Okay, this is the first time we've done back-to-back shows, and we did pretty good. We're in at 5:03 p.m. 5:03 p.m. And
Hello,
so just
guys.
3 minutes late, 3 minutes late. But we're not as late on this because this watch here is about 2 minutes slow right now because I stopped it the other day to take some pictures, and so then I started it back up, and I didn't recalibrate the time yet, so it's a couple minutes slow.
Yeah.
But I did that because we wanted to take a picture of the second hand. I was shooting with a slow shutter speed, so I didn't want the second hand to be blurry. Can you bring up the picture on? It should be on Flickr there. And so some sharp eyes have already noticed that the crown was pulled out when I took the picture.
But I really like the picture.
Yeah, and so there's the picture in question. And the only way I could get that second hand sharp is if I stopped the watch.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did, and that's the
It looks
result.
pretty good to me.
That's the result. And Jason has one of those. He has one of those watches. He has an 002 Stunner, and Lance is in the house. Cheetown's in the house, and so I have to. I have to apologize for not dressing up for the show. I was monitoring Bree's show, and her show went right up against 5 o'clock, and so I had no choice but to go with my casual clothes. But it's Sunday, so we can be a little more casual. It's Sunday, late Sunday, so
Yeah.
we can do this. David is in the house, and he says hello. Kyle said hello.
Hello. Hello.
And what are those chimes? What's going on here, Bree?
Let's see.
Is anything going on? Are we in? Oh, go into Mid Atlantic.
Oh, they're
Go
subscribing
into
to my
watches.
channel.
Yeah, go into watches to see if anything's going on there.
Just
It
you.
looks like nothing. Just me. Yeah, just me making a few announcements recently in there. Okay, so as Bree alluded to in her show, for those of you who haven't seen, there's Carlos. Carlos was taking care of security all night
Carlos.
long and keeping us posted. Jason says, two
To
vests,
Vest
Craig.
Craig.
Have AC on. AC is not necessary this time of the year. It's like 20 degrees. So yeah,
Wait, AC? No,
yeah,
no.
he's joking that we're making it additionally colder, but we actually don't
Oh my
have to work
god.
at that. Nature's doing the job, freezing us
My hands are
out.
cold right now.
Yes, it is cold in here. Craig's still better dressed than 90% of YouTubers. Cheetown in the house.
That's true though.
And Kyle's in the house. Kyle, Kermit, sub, Jason. Yes, Jason, I think, shared a photo recently. He shared a photo in the Watches channel. And so, folks, if you're not already in the Watches channel on Zello,
Add it.
Zello.com/watches. Zello.com/watches. And you'll have the QR code there that you can scan with your phone. You've got to add the app on your phone, and you create an account, and then you go to add channels, and you can also add the channel by name. You don't have to scan the QR code. You can just add it by the name Watches, all one word,
Just type it in
Watches,
with no spaces.
and join it. And this is the main channel for this show. For you guys can interact with each other 24/7, 24/7, 365,
Or they can go on airguides.com/Zello.
and find a bunch of channels.
Find a bunch of channels
Airguides.com/Zello. Did we add
to
that
add.
link to our links for
We
Mid Atlantic
did. We
TV?
didn't. We
We
didn't.
got to add that. We got to add that so that people can find that easily. And let's see here, Craig. Did you see that video Paul Thorpe and other watch dealers did? They went to a Miami Rolex AD manager, told them
To get
they
lost,
went
no
to a
appointments.
Rolex AD manager told them to get lost, no appointments. GS Boutique invited them right in. Interesting. Well, that's kind of wild. No, I didn't see that. I'll have to check that out. Is it on Paul Thorpe's channel? We'll have to make a note. Let's check that out.
Okay.
Jason in the house. Zello Watches channel is off the hook. It has everything. Hot Watches for Pays and Carlos's late night adventures. There you go. And Carlos is handling the southern, district, which is very important to have somebody in charge of security at the
So
southern
what are we, north?
borders. We're in the Mid-Atlantic region, and he's in the south. And so Kyle's handling the west. He's handling security in the west.
Yeah.
So we're handling the east, the Mid-Atlantic East region. We still need somebody in the north, in the great white north. So that's what we need. Worth having just for Carlos, honestly. There you go. And Carlos is in here. He's in the chat. And let's see, Cheetown. I'll send you the link with the timestamp. Check your email in 5 minutes, Craig. With what timestamp? Oh, okay. Of that. So we can show a little bit of it. Okay. Cheetown in the house. Check your email in 5 minutes. So it's going to take him a little time to find the exact link. So we will check it. We'll keep on top of the email. Carlos is the star of the channel for sure.
Yeah.
And, he didn't slack off. Just because he had the night shift and he was in charge of security all night long, he still checked in at 7 a.m., just after 7 a.m.
Oh my God, that's so
early. He checked in, and so he's not slacking off. He's not a slacker. Not a slacker. And so, and he says it's fun. So, yeah, absolutely. Well, maybe he can come in to the show and explain what happened last night. I sent the link in the email. Is Carlos on the email list? Carlos, let us know in the chat. You should be on the email list. If you're not, we got to add you. But we put the link. I can go ahead and put it in the chat right now, just in case somebody didn't see it. Here's the link to join. I'm putting it in the chat right now. And maybe Carlos can come in and give us an update on the status in the South. And we'll see what's going on with that.
In the South.
Any other photos that we can show from the Flickr that we put up recently? I think we also have a photo of the two of the watches together, right?
Yeah, that one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is this is Breeze 038.
Yes, 038.
038 stunner.
With the Bitcoin signet ring.
I really, in a lot of ways, missed that watch. That watch was very nice. The only thing that I really give the edge on the 002 on is the deployant clasp is really nice. But that 038 is super comfortable on wrist. It's a grab and go watch. You don't have to worry about winding it. I like the size, to tell you the truth. It's about a 35.5 mil for a dress watch. I think it looked great on my wrist. I really enjoyed wearing that watch. I wore that watch for almost 2 years, I think, or over a year for sure.
Yeah.
And that's her Bitcoin signet ring and her faux pay. And then the watch to the right, of course, is the SBGY 002 stunner. And there's my Bitcoin signet ring. And my faux pay.
Oh, we could take with the faux pay necklace next time.
And yeah, you can add the necklace in there.
Because we're adding like accessories.
Because Bree's got the necklace and she's got her eye on somehow getting some faux pay earrings.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's how that whole thing works. Take a look and see if there are any other photos that we need to share. And Derek's in the house. Can't be good at the point for the 038. We are keeping our eyes open for one. I've done a couple of saved searches on eBay, and we found a couple of interesting deployant clasps but they were 18 karat rose gold. I wouldn't mind getting like a real nice, even one from like a Patek Philippe or whatever, I wouldn't mind getting another brand clasp for it if we had to. It would be nice if we could find a GS one. But it has to be yellow gold. So we can't go with rose gold. My new Corona Tokyo Grand is 37 mil. Yeah, that one he shared a picture of. It's 37 millimeter, which is the smallest watch I've owned. It's very comfortable size. Yeah, exactly. This big watch craze that's been going on for a while, where everything has to be big, is doing a lot of people a disservice, because back in the day, you paid extra money for a small watch. For them to be able to make it small
Yeah.
and thin, that was the thing. They didn't want watches bigger. They wanted them smaller and thinner, right? And so people paid a lot of extra money because the watch was smaller. Now they pay a whole lot of money for a bigger watch. Everything's backwards, if you ask me. Check the email video to share with us. Okay. Oh, wait. It just jumped on me. I subscribe to all your Zellos, Bree. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And make sure you're subscribed to the watches one. Watches, all one word. Steve can't get one. Yeah, but it would probably be pretty expensive. And I don't even know if he can get one, to tell you the truth. But we're on it. We're on it. And we're not really going to do it until she wears out the straps that she has, because they will not work with the deployant. They're different straps. So she kind of has to wear out the straps that we've paid good money for from HD Straps. HD Straps. We love that guy. She's got, like, how many do you have? 4 different straps for that watch?
Something like that, yeah.
And you haven't even worn out the first one yet. So they last. The straps that HD Straps makes,
I think it's more than a year.
They last.
More than a year now.
I like that piece, Jason. Very cool. And we'll show a couple of those straps too after we show this. Oh, skip the ad. Go ahead and skip the ad.
Come on, Fulham, you will not believe.
And then
Fashion File. Buy and sell pre-owned ultra-luxury handbags, watches, accessories, and jewelry.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch to it.
Got in the window.
And you're at the timestamp, right? Go ahead and make it full screen.
We've spotted one watch. There's one watch in the window. Absolutely nothing. One watch there, so that's 2 watches. Oh, there's another one. There's 3.
3 ladies' watches.
Well, 3 ladies' watches in the Rolex boutique. Now, Spencer is going in. Right, Spencer, don't forget, please,
so silly.
Spencer, you have a mic on, right?
Yes.
So please be careful what you say. They're not going to let him in, but you watch.
Hi there. How are you?
Good, and you?
Very well, thank you.
How can we help you?
Francisco.
Could I see you?
Right now, we're with appointments. We're fully booked.
That's the
Are you
Rolex.
ready?
Yes.
So can't even come in to see. Do you have anything
Guess
available?
they're not going to let him in.
Nothing.
Nothing. We do service.
So there's no real point for an appointment, is there?
There is, of course. People have to fix their watches.
Yeah. So I'm saying only to fix. So there's nothing we can buy.
There's nothing to buy.
Nothing to buy. Okay.
This is mine.
Beautiful.
That's
Thank
beautiful.
You.
One of the perks of working there.
Actually, that was my goal to get that
I think they're going to
but
go
I
there
ended up
next.
getting the steel.
So what would
Really?
Yeah.
Because we try to sell it. I think it's all with location.
Yeah.
We tried to sell it here, and it was here
I
like
guess
for
they're
3 months,
rejecting
for
them, is
3
the
weeks.
idea. We can't hear it, by the way. You guys can hear it, but we can't.
Really?
Yeah.
What would I be looking at time-wise? Is it worth
So I
me?
bought it.
Is it worth me putting my name down on
We
the
don't
list?
take down names. I'm sorry. We're fully committed. Right now, what we're really focusing on is trying to complete our allocation. That's it. Yeah, we have a lot of Lady Datejust, a lot of 31 millimeters.
Actually, they look like a couple of
And
slots.
that's
I
why
probably
we make
wouldn't let them in.
appointments with 20 people. Like, we cannot, we don't have enough.
All right.
All right,
Thank you.
that-
Really
that's enough.
appreciate it.
Yeah, that's enough. Go ahead and pause it, because I don't want to get a copyright hit. But yeah, we get the general gist. Let's see here. Was at the Patek AD the other day. They told me a platinum Patek deployment class cost $8,000. I'm not surprised. Okay. Let's see. Can you do a screen share with us? I think that's what I just did, Cheetown. Okay. Hello all. Keep watching. See what happens when they go to the GS. Okay, go ahead and find the part where they go to the GS. Let's skip forward to it. No appointments available.
Yeah. Can I take a picture?
Okay.
It looks so good with the watch, man. Not to share.
It's okay.
All right, thank
Yeah, I
you.
guess they're going to go there next.
Yeah.
Well,
There we
guys,
go,
I
guys.
didn't.
There we go. That is direct. Did you hear that?
I couldn't hear that, guys. So
Right. So I just
Grand
repeat
Seiko's
that
right
to you
next
guys.
no, I think they heard it, Spencer. You've got your mic.
Oh,
on,
okay,
so
I
you
see.
heard what
Yeah.
was being said.
Yeah, look, we have the
But
Right down
I
the way.
couldn't hear. So I'm glad you guys found it interesting.
This is
Look at
funny.
this. We've got a Rolex watchmaker there working away.
I don't know though. People can't dress halfway decently when they go shopping at a decent
know.
place.
On
I
the
mean,
lady.
what the hell's
I'm
wrong
not
with
sure
that?
quite so good on a man, but on the lady, it looks good.
A t-shirt. I mean,
Here, let's have a
T-shirt
look here,
and
guys.
couldn't even
Grand
put a polo
Seiko.
shirt on or something. Or
Um,
maybe
let's
maybe
see
even a
what
nice
we
pair
do
of shoes.
here.
People get pushed to the grey market.
Yeah,
Divine
nice pair of Bill's
Surgeon, thank you
khakis.
so much. Let's have a look. Since you got denied to the Rolex boutique, go to another boutique for a few minutes. See if there's
I mean, anybody
anything to
wears
your
like
liking. I'm
sneakers
going to do that.
when they're
Right,
not playing
guys,
tennis or basketball or something
watch
like that. I
this.
mean, that's
Let's
like
see
a
how far we
dead
get.
giveaway there.
Let
That
me,
they don't have their act together. Sneakers are
let me just
not
Hi there.
good for
Hi,
everybody.
how are
Let me
you?
just see. Excuse me, sir.
High-end
I'm
pair
actually
of,
live streaming now
moccasins would
to
be
our
a much
Watch
better choice.
YouTube channel. Would you allow us in while we're
They're
filming?
probably going to let them in.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you very
we're only
much. How
talking
nice of Grand Seiko.
positive. We love your
So a
brand.
big
Yeah.
shout
They're
out
gonna
to Grand
swing the door
Seiko
open and
for
say, "Come on
actually
in,
letting us in their
guys.
boutique,
The
not only to
water's
have a look
good
around,
at Grand Seiko."
but also to film.
Water's
So
good.
absolute credit to them. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Hey guys, there's thanks. The Snowflake,
All right,
yeah.
you can stop it. We get the idea. We get the idea. Funny.
Crazy.
Lance sent 2 watches. Kyle's in the house. Oh wow, this has gotten out of control, and should be in 2. Okay, so we just showed that. All right, let's and also there's another watch I want to show too after we show this one.
Okay.
All right, so this one is from Lance.
This is
A watch
the
from Tiffany and
unisex
Company,
Tiffany code.
$3,000, 18 karat gold. And what's the size of it? 37 mil.
37.
So it's a decent size.
The video. Pretty nice.
And yeah, 18 karat gold Tiffany and Company clasp.
And this is for anybody. Like,
Yeah, a man or a woman could wear that, really. 64 grams total.
2,000 though.
Yeah, it's a good price, I think. And I'm guessing a gold watch like that, it's probably got a decent quality quartz movement in it. It's probably not a junk quartz movement. It's not going to be as good as a 9F.
Oh yeah, quartz.
It's not going to be as good as the movement in your watch, but it's probably decent. I mean, you know, I think it's okay. It's not nearly as attractive as your watch. And really, for about the same money, maybe a little more nowadays, they could get your watch.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a much better move. But that's not terrible,
not
Lance. Good
bad.
catch. Go to my email and go to updates. And the Patek Philippe, yeah, that one there. Yeah, bring that up. Here's a stunner. Bring that up. I think we talked about this the other day.
That's expensive though.
Yeah, but this is a stunner. Now, see if those guys would have showed up, you know, wearing a nice suit with this Patek and you know, with a vest in the vest pocket and with that gold chain, right, hanging across to a button or something, buttonhole or whatever.
Then they would
You know, you'd,
let him in.
and you know what I mean? Just a little bit of class. If they'd have just brought a little bit of class to the party, right? Come in with that. And when they're talking to her, he could have pulled the Patek out. Oh, well, just let me check the time real quick here. And pulled that out and popped that puppy open and said, well, you know, it's only whatever o'clock. I mean, you know, you don't have enough time to show us a couple of Rolexes.
Yeah.
I bet you she'd have fallen all over herself saying, well, gentlemen, come on in. Let us get you a little bit of wine and let us sit you down and we'll get a couple of platinum stunners out from the back safe, a couple of platinum Rolexes for you to take a look at. We've got a platinum date 8 in the back and you can take a look at that. That's probably how that whole deal would have worked out. If
But,
they'd have pulled out
yeah.
that Patek. If they'd have pulled out that Patek and checked the time, did a time check.
That's Lance's other watch.
And what you could do, there's the 2 of them. The one could be dressed real nice and the other one dressed okay, you know, still nice, but not like the first. And the gentleman would say, well, let me have my man check the time. And his man could pull out the
Oh,
Patek,
yeah,
right? His assistant.
Yeah.
And they're thinking to themselves, well, geez, if he's got this Patek, what the hell watches does this guy have? Right. So, yeah, I think that's the way they should have done that. Bree, I subscribe to all your Zello channels. Yes, and you should be subscribed to the Watches channel as well. Just popped in. Almost everyone I met in real life who has worn a pocket watch has social issues or some sort of social disorder. Very odd people, even though I think the idea of a pocket watch is cool. Triforce Rich in the house. Yeah. I think that I think that's possibly true. A lot of people that are affluent can also be aloof, whatever the word is. Has this gotten loose again? No, I guess it's okay. I guess it's as good as we can get it. So, yeah, I guess they can be a little bit eccentric also.
Yeah.
A little bit eccentric. Yeah. Kyle says, hey, Rich. Okay. Jonathan's in the house. Paul Thorpe was robbed several times already, Craig. He's learned the value of low-key appearance. No. You can dress nice and not get robbed. You just don't hang out around seedy people, right? And if you do go in areas where there's a bunch of seedy people, then you have proper security. You know, that's not an excuse to dress like a bum. You know, and I like I say, you don't have to dress in a three-piece suit. Those guys, all they had to do to up their game a little bit is wear a decent polo type shirt, something with a collar, right? It'd be very comfortable. A nice pair of Bill's khakis instead of the jeans, with a nice, alligator belt, and some nice Russell moccasins on their feet, some custom-made Russell moccasins on their feet. Those would be a lot more comfortable to walk around in than those athletic
they would probably
shoes.
look more attractive.
Your feet wouldn't smell like they do with athletic shoes. You wouldn't get like athlete's foot. Those athletic shoes are not designed to be worn like all day and stuff. That's not what they're designed for. They're designed to put on, play a tennis match, take off your socks, wash your feet, put on fresh socks after the match, air them out for 24 hours or whatever, or I used to rotate. I had 2 pairs of tennis shoes and I would rotate them. I wouldn't use the same pair every day. And you rotate them. And even doing all that, eventually they start smelling.
Yeah.
Because it's just the way they're made. They're just, they're just not made for to be used all the time.
Daily use.
Yeah, they're not made for that. And they look silly on top of all that. So anyway, yeah. Let's see. Somebody's laughing.
Try.
I should start using my pocket watch more often. I'm not here to make value judgments. Paul has his own style. I have mine. But to see, these are the styles that these are the things that we do make judgments on, because a lot of people need help.
Dress for success.
A lot of people are clueless out there, folks. They haven't been properly educated on a lot of matters. Okay. So that's what this channel, we're trying to help them. We're trying to give them guidance on this channel, a little bit of guidance. Never hurt anybody. I posted on one of the channels. They were talking about these steel stunners, all the steel stunners they have. This one guy shared a box of like 8 steel watches. And he was all excited. And he had a picture of a Pepsi, Rolex Pepsi. He did a wrist roll and all this stuff with a Rolex Pepsi.
Have, like, yellow paint.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, mustard.
It's probably mustard. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I posted a picture of the SBGY 002 stunner, right? And he said, his reply was, well, that's an old man's watch.
Yeah.
And I replied to him, I said, well, old men know things. Right? I mean, if an old man comes up to you and gives you some advice,
because they know
it's probably
something.
a good idea to think about that a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe he's right.
Maybe.
So, cheat down in the house. My Miami style would be moccasins or vented loafers, chinos, and a linen button-down shirt. There you go. Absolutely. You could do that. You could even wear Gucci's, right? Gucci loafers, something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of options out there that trump wearing athletic shoes as normal casual wear. Triforce Rich, Carla, somebody's laughing about the pocket watch. As much as I would like for people to not make any judgments on how I look, I realize the world doesn't work the way I would have liked it to. The bottom line is people judge you by your appearance all the time. Even people that know you. Forget about people that are just meeting you. You know, the first impression
Yeah.
is very important, right? Forget about the people that their first impression. Obviously, it's very important how you appear as far as somebody's first impression of you. But even ongoing basis, as you do business with people on an ongoing basis, it just makes it easier. There's just less resistance if you dress decently. Can you pull up the photo from the interview that I did of you at
Oh, Thermont Smiles.
Thermont Smiles? Because we got some comments on that. And fedoras, another item of the social outcast. If you're 60 plus, a fedora can look amazing, but guys under 40 that try to rock one look like clowns playing in an extra. Not really, not if you dress right. If you wear the right hat and you're dressed right. And again, the people that see somebody that's dressed decently and they're like, oh, what's this all about? That's just because they don't know how to dress. That's because they're the ones that are in the t-shirt and jeans all the time, right? And so they're clueless to start with, right? So it's just like trying to get financial advice from your broke brother-in-law, right? Don't take financial advice from your broke brother-in-law. That isn't going to work out well, right? So, so let's go ahead and show this photo. Does it look a little dark? Is it dark on there? Or is it just because of the angle I'm looking? I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so I interviewed Bree, and of course I'm wearing a sport coat with a nice shirt and a tie. And, you know, and so how did Dr. Osa, the dentist, how did she treat us?
Amazing.
Treat us super nice. She was very kind. She realized that we were showing her respect. Right?
Correct.
We were showing her respect. By the way we dressed, we weren't asking her to respect us because of how we were dressed. We were showing respect to her and to her place of business.
Yeah.
That we took the time to dress a little nicer than, you know, most people that come in there. Yeah. So
and I want to show the comments.
Okay, yeah. And so we were showing respect to her more than trying to get her to respect us. And yeah, somebody commented, CraigShipp is class. Well, there we go. CraigShipp is class. There's the comment. All right. We don't need to tout me after all. This isn't all about me. It's about them. It's about the live viewers right now.
We're helping them.
Let's see. Fedoras are great. They look especially dapper with an overcoat or trench coat. There you go. Lance in the house. See, he's up where they dress classy. He's up in like Connecticut and New York. And a lot of people, especially in his social circle, you know, the upper crust, the upper class, a lot of them still dress decently.
Yeah.
When they go to the club, you know, they dress halfway decently.
With the gold stunner.
Usually they're going to be wearing a gold stunner. They're not going to be wearing some steel watch, I can tell you that. Timeless. How low do you think Bitcoin will go? Are you buying the more? I have buy orders in at 32,000. I think that's the bottom. That's my best guess of the bottom. We might not even get there though. We'll see. But that's my best guess. If you wanted my guess, and it is a guess. Nobody really knows. Gucci loafers greater than Air Jordans every day. You don't need to buy overpriced sneakers to show others how wealthy you are. Plenty of good options out there to spend a lot while still going casual. Yes, that's not true at all about fedoras. You just have to dress decently with the rest of your outfit. Otherwise, you look like an ironic hipsters cheat down in the house. And also depends on the fedora. They're not all created equal. You want a really good one. So yeah. Okay, if you're handsome and young in a tailored suit, you'll look good, but I haven't met the young, good-looking, dapper fedora wearer yet. If I do, I will compliment. If you're handsome and young in a tailored suit, no. If you're talking about the suits they're selling these days that look like they came from the little boys department, that look like they're too small, where the suit jacket's real tight and it's real short, that's a fad. That ain't going to last. It looks goofy. It's just like in the 60s when they had the suits with the real narrow lapels. They looked silly, right? When you deviate from the classic styles in any way, like the bell-bottom jeans, the real wide bell-bottom jeans that they had in the 70s, when you go a little bit too far with things like that, it doesn't last. It's just like the oversized watches. The whole thing, if it doesn't make sense, if it looks silly on you, then that trend is probably not going to last. That trend is probably going to fade. Okay, just like the skinny jeans and all this stuff. Now, if you're a homosexual and you want to show your legs and your butt and all that to some other guy, then maybe wearing the skinny jeans is the way to go. I don't know. I don't, I don't flop in that crowd, but yeah, no, I think you can dress decently and skip all the trendy stuff. Carlos in the house, try to not look very gay when you compliment. Okay. Carlos, me being gay is turning into a meme these days. So, IDC at this point.
I don't care.
Oh, I don't care. Okay. I didn't get the impression that Triforce was gay when I met him. Did you?
Oh, he actually is. I didn't know.
No, I don't think he
didn't
is.
know. I mean,
I don't think he is.
he didn't.
But if he
seem
wears
like
the skinny jeans and stuff, other
He was wearing-
gays might think that is if he wears the skinny jeans and
He was wearing a pretty good outfit.
he looked pretty
to
decent.
me.
Yeah, he looked pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a hot guy. I mean, so
Yeah.
to you, of course. Well, yeah, I mean, hey, I mean, don't get me wrong, folks. Don't get me wrong. Connecticut equals WASP country. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong here. You could take a good-looking guy and put him in almost anything, and he's going to be a good-looking guy. You can take a good-looking girl and put her in almost anything, and she's going to look hot, right? I mean, put her in a burlap sack, and she's going to look hot, right? That doesn't mean that she should dress in a burlap sack.
Right.
Right. Just because
Right.
they still look good, even if they dress in something that they shouldn't, doesn't mean that they should
Do it regularly.
Yeah. Why do that? There's no reason to do
Oh, I forgot. This is for you.
that. So Lance in the house, Lance says, at Cheetown exactly, hipsters ruined the fedora, but a classic gray or dark brown fedora with a nice tailored suit looks amazing. And then see, when Lance says tailored, he means a properly fitting conservative suit. He doesn't mean or correct me if I'm wrong, Lance, he doesn't mean the tight suits that look like they came from the little boys department that are real short,
Yeah.
that the jacket is real short. I don't think he means those. I hope he doesn't mean those. I would term, instead of saying a tailored suit, well, tailored is
made?
typically a custom made suit,
Yeah.
custom tailored for you. But some people take that you mean that these hipster suits that are form fitting, that are real tight.
Yeah.
Some people think they get confused about that, I think. Bree, do you
Yeah,
have a
belly
belly
button.
piercing? You did.
I don't. I
But you
did.
You
I still
did.
have the hole.
You're waiting for the hole to fill in, right? You're waiting for the hole to fill in, but it still hasn't.
You can see in the picture.
So, folks, if you can learn a lesson from this, don't assume that if you do stupid things
There'll
like
be a
punch holes in
scar.
your body, that you can reverse that.
There'll be a scar.
She
Like
still has the little
for your-
hole
for
there.
your whole
She
life,
still
I
has the little hole there. So, anyway, you're not getting any more piercings, right?
no.
Yeah.
I mean my ears. That's the only piercings
Okay.
I'll have.
If I was going to a job interview, but the job is a delivery truck job, which pay normal, what outfit would you suggest? I don't want to overdress. No, just some khakis, just some. I like Bill's khakis, and I think you could wear a cotton button-down shirt, like a Brooks Brothers cotton button-down shirt, open collar, no tie, a nice belt, nice shoes. They would just think that you've got your act a little bit together. They wouldn't necessarily, most people, if you're dressed decently, they don't think twice about it. They just, okay, this guy's dressed decently. If you're dressed like a slob, now all of a sudden they might start questioning things. Oh, well, can I really rely on this guy or whatever? I mean, it's the opposite of what you think. They're going to think less about, how you're dressed if you're dressed decently. And I think they're going to think more about how you're dressed if you're dressed poorly. And they're going to think about it in the terms of, hey, can I rely on this guy? Craig, look up Don Draper fedora and see if okay. Yeah, he's from Madman. Find the picture of him wearing the hat. Hopefully
it's Dawn. Okay.
Hopefully there's a picture of him wearing it. Yeah, there you go. He was from a famous TV series, Mad Men. And Kyle's laughing and sent a photo. Lance sent a photo.
Yeah.
Bree says, yeah, he'll do.
Pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, Bree says, order Cuban guys, older Cuban guys in Miami playing dominoes while smoking cigars can wear any clothes they want with a fedora. The rest of us got to put in
some
more
effort.
Bree likes the outfit. Okay.
Thank you.
If a girl wears a ring on her middle finger, does that symbolize anything on the middle finger?
No.
I don't think so. Did you see the episode of I Love Lucy where they got conned into buying potato sack dresses in France? No, I didn't. We'll have to check out the clip. LOL, the overly trendy suits, such
pants that you can see.
You can see their obnoxious socks from a mile away, and their ass is squeezed like yoga pants
for women.
I like fitted, not tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I wouldn't use the term fitted because fitted people are normally going to think of the tight stuff, right? These days, I would say just normal, just properly fitting.
Properly.
I wouldn't say fitted because I think people are going to think you want the funky stuff. LOL. Okay, this is what we just read. Okay, I'm getting behind here. Call in live show and buy some Bill's khakis off eBay. Leslie will get turned on just imagine using those. Yeah, Kyle, he needs to do that. You'll have to book an entire night off once those things arrive. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, the chicks dig the Bill's khakis. Last job interview I went to, I wore a white button-down dress shirt, a pair of chinos, wingtip suede shoes. I don't know if I'd have done the suede, but maybe. And a red pullover V-neck shirt, worked like a charm. Cheatown in the house. Jerry is correct. Men these days dress terribly. Is there in the house?
And
modern
girls, too.
suits are not the greatest in my opinion. I like late 40s, 50s style suits. Yeah, and if you get the really classic style suits, they're going to look the same in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. You know, you could probably still get a classically styled Oxford suit made today. They probably still make them, even though they might on their homepage be pushing the modern styles. If you call them up and you want the classic design, they're going to be able to hook you up. Rich, I don't really wear pants though. I only wear shorts. I'll consider it though. Yeah, and hey,
oh well, he's in
wear swimsuits.
tropical.
Wear a swimsuit and a nice polo shirt or something like that. You can pull that off in tropical areas, absolutely.
Yeah.
But not with athletic shoes. Wear boat shoes. Wear boat shoes. That's what you do. I recommend you show up to that job interview in a Canadian tuxedo. Show them you've already a working man. Okay. Craig, what's your advice on keeping a linen suit fairly wrinkle-free? I don't know if you're going to be able to do it. I think they're going to have some wrinkles, and that's part of their charm, I think. But maybe you have to iron them. I don't generally wear linen suits. I don't even know if I have a linen suit anymore. I wear a madras, like an Indian madras sport coat or something. But yeah, I hear you. I'm the opposite of Kyle. I almost always wear pants, almost never shorts. Okay. Craig, do you think Donald Trump wears a nice suit? They don't seem to fit him that well. I don't know who does his suits, but they're decent styles, but they don't seem to fit him. Of course, he's quite obese, so it's tricky because most guys dress so poorly. Outdressing people is ridiculously easy. Favorite type of lingerie? Okay. Favorite type of
Oh, he's
lingerie for
asking
you? Yeah.
me?
hmm
I'm not sure.
In
Maybe
America,
purple.
that's true. At Cheetown, kind of other places, men's dress better, although things are going downhill everywhere to a certain degree. All right, pull up a picture of me in one of the Oxford suits. Search Facebook and just search Oxford in the.
Oh, Facebook.
I'm sorry, Flickr. Oxford. Just OXXFORD. 2 X's. I believe there's 2 X's. OXX. No, Oxford. OXXFORD, I think.
That's a cute.
Yeah, there we go. All right, yeah, pull up this one right here with you and me. All right. Okay, so there's an Oxford sport coat with the classic style lapels. The Oxford, they almost always look like that. That suit could be from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, anytime. That would always be in style. There would never be a time when that sport coat is not in style.
In the year 2525.
Of course, that one's cashmere, 100% cashmere. So that's what I'm talking about. This is not rocket science, guys. This is not rocket science. What do you think, Bree? Do you think it's rocket science?
No, just dress for
Yeah,
success.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Okay. What did we miss here? Okay. I take care of humanity not wearing shorts. There you go. His suits are actually tailored amazingly. If you see Trump without a suit, it's shocking how much better is those suits. Well, anytime you wear a dark blue suit, in dark blue or charcoal or whatever, it's going to make you look better. Absolutely. It's going to make him look a lot better than if he was wearing like almost anything else. Just like a tuxedo and like a dark, like a, black tuxedo, you're always going to look better. There's just something about it, all one color, all one piece. But if you look at some of the pictures of his pants where he has it open and you can kind of see his pants, they're all wrinkled and they're all every which way sometimes. I either he doesn't have those fitted properly and or they're not pressing them properly and or the fabric is not the best, because good fabric and a good suit should hold its press pretty good, and those pants should drape nicely. They shouldn't be all wrinkled up like below the crotch area and all around there. And I've seen that with some of his. So I don't know, for as wealthy as he is, I just think they could do a better job. But you're absolutely correct. He looks a lot better in those than he probably would in something else. I have the same clothes left over from the 80s, but they work fine. Good move. I'm the same way. As long as you buy the classic styles, I ain't going out of style. Standing out satirically in Brazil is as easy as it gets. Just don't wear a soccer jersey. Go back and see if there's any other pictures. Any others that we should show?
Well, one of them my mom tailored.
Yeah, but I don't know if we have the picture after the tailoring. So go down some more and see. Oh, I like that picture that Kent took, the thinker pose. Go back to that one.
Oh, this one?
The thinker pose. He had me do the and that's your
he
watch.
Actually took the photo?
Yeah, he took it. That's your watch, Bree. That's your 038.
Wow.
And that's a cashmere Oxford sport coat. Okay, show him the lapel. the lapel.
It's tricky.
Up here. Yeah, oh, it's tricky. It's right up here. Yeah, there's the lapel. Again, that classic Oxford lapel, OXXFORD. And there's the 038 stunner.
It looks good
We got to check
on
the
your wrist.
email. Yeah, we got to check the email. Okay, we're good at that. Check the email. That face scares me. Okay. Hey, Craig and Bree, good vibes. Megan's in the house. We know it's almost time to wrap up. I love it when Megan comes in. Megan, join the watches channel on Zello. It's Zello. Zello
on your phone.
on your iPhone or Android phone. It's an app. It's a walkie-talkie app. Load that app on your phone and then go to add channels and add the watches channel so that you can interact with us live day or night, 24 hours a day. And Carlos says hello. And I'm late because I was watching Dr. Phil. Okay. All right. So is this another
Lance.
photo that Lance sent? Okay, show it. I like it. I like it.
Can I zoom in?
Yeah, I like it. Is he smoking a pipe? He's actually smoking a pipe?
I think it's a scam.
What do you mean it's a scam? That's Lance.
No, like he's not smoking. I hope.
No, he's got a pipe. Yeah, he's a gentleman. Gentlemen sometimes have a pipe.
No, can't they like take a picture with it and like actually not
not
smoke?
really be smoking? That's a good question. Okay, I just bought my first Grand Seiko, but based off your recommendation. Well, absolutely. How cool is that?
Wow.
Can you share a photo? If you send an email to CraigShipp, CraigShipp @gmail.com. Again, Craig, CraigShipp @gmail.com. You send a photo. We'd be happy to show it. And let us know in the chat what model you bought. What model did you get? We will bring it up on the screen. We'll show it on the Grand Seiko website. And Triforce Search is in the house. Lance, you look like you just got paid after assassinating someone. Well, there you go. He is a talented guy. Lance said it was just a prop. So you were right.
Okay. Good.
He's scamming us. Yeah, you're right. Which one did you get?
He kind of looks like in one of those like old movies.
He looks like a detective, what you call it? Oh, well, who's that other famous detective? English guy. Come on, guys, you put it in the chat. You'll know who I'm talking about.
English guy.
Yeah, detective. They'll know who I'm talking about. Okay. Kyle says that was a great pick. Carlos in the house. Lance looking great. Megan, would you consider him
to share
the rest of your life? Okay. Okay. Not Dick Tracy. No. The famous detective that solved all the Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
Sherlock Holmes. Pull up. Sherlock.
Yeah, there he is.
Sherlock. Yeah, pull up Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, Cheetown has it spelled right there. Sherlock Holmes. These guys are good. I can always tell when Carlos is drinking. He's definitely drinking. How come he didn't join the show? And they still didn't let us know what model that Grand Seiko is. I want to know what model.
Oh, there he is. Smoking the pipe.
Yeah, show it. Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there he is.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, because Columbo doesn't smoke. Wait.
He smokes the cigars. Cigars. Columbo, yeah. A cradle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. See, that's a good way to communicate with us live during the show.
Actually.
Oh, this is a push to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great way for you to communicate live during the show. See how Lance did that? Okay, so Bree, we have to switch this so it's toggle, right? And that's in the settings, by the way. You can change the radio so that when you do the push to talk, it's a toggle. So you just click it, do all your talking, and click it again instead of having to hold it the whole time. That's called a toggle setting. Push to talk right there. It's under push to talk buttons, screen button, and you change it to toggle. We discovered that the other day. Okay, let's see. Call in Carlos. Throw a watch in the pool. Not now. I had 3 days of events with my whiskey club. We toasted like 30 different tasted 30 different toasted. Yeah, toasted 30 different. Didn't Sherlock wear tweed? Lance looks a bit more like a film noir character like Humphrey Bogart. Yes, I think you're right. Megan's in the house. I will get the app. What's it called? It's called Zello. 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 And it should be described as a walkie-talkie app in the iOS or Android store. And it's free. You download it, set up an account, and then go to channels and add the channel watches. All one word, watches. And then you can communicate with us live. We can actually do verbal communication, chat, and you can share photos in there.
Or links.
I have faith in him. Or links. You can even share links. Durr hasn't been around lately. I hope he's good. He posted on Facebook, and he posted on Facebook that people should buy the dip in Bitcoin. So he doesn't sound like he's panicking because he bought quite a bit higher than it is now.
Good.
And it doesn't sound like he's panicking. Anybody in Bitcoin needs to go through pain. This is like an initiation, right? You have to go through pain. You have to go through at least one major drawdown to really earn your spurs, right? To really be a true Bitcoiner. Now I've been through like 4 or 5 major pullbacks now. And so, yeah, it's like falling off a horse. It's easy. But you just have to go through that pain to realize that this is a long-term play, that this is a buy and hold play. This isn't a try to time the market, try to guess things, all this stuff. It's just buy and hold Bitcoin and let everything else take care of itself. No, Zillow, Zillo. No. Is that how you spell it?
No.
No.
Zelllo.
Zelllo. Like hello, but with a Z. Zelllo.
Oh, we got to show this.
Okay, we will. But let me catch up on this. I don't have, and it should be described as a walkie-talkie app. I don't have an iPhone. It should work on Android if you have an Android phone. Just send a picture, SLGA001. So pull that up also in the browser. SLGA001. Pull up his picture, and also let's find it on the Grand Seiko website. So we'll do all this, and then we'll wrap it up. Durr is in a bad place. He put his entire 401k and personal assets into Bitcoin. The dogman told him to buy the Tiffany dials. He got screwed by Craig. Did he buy the Tiffany dials? I hope if he got them for list and then resold them. I hope he sold all his steel stunners at the top of the market too, because that's starting to crash. The whole steel Rolex market is starting to crash. That whole bubble is going to implode. None of that was actually true. Triforce Rich. Yeah, he seems okay with it. Based on his post on Facebook, he seems like he's not panicking from the pullback. But I don't think he's got everything in yet. I think he's trying to buy the dip right now. Megan's laughing. I'm missing Durr. I do not see him around lately. Sold, but hodl too. How can you sold it and hodl? You can't sold and hodl. I prefer realtor.com, Megan. It seems better for my use case. I'm looking into a farm right now with my daughter, Derek. No, we were talking about the communications app, Zello, Zello. I heard Watchfinder isn't buying any more Daytonas. Yeah, the market is getting ready for a real nosedive. Oh, look at that. Bree, that's a stunner. Is that the one he got? Show that. Holy cow. Zoom in some more. Okay, hold it right there. Wow. I like the red on the power reserve indicator, the little dash of red there. Now I'm guessing this one is not titanium. I'm guessing this one is steel. And it's got the 5 days power reserve. That's amazing. Can you pull up the same watch on the Grand Seiko website so we can see the specs? I like it.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, okay. So show it. Go ahead and switch to the screen. 11,100, limited to 700 pieces. Oh, maybe it is titanium. Scroll down and see what it says about it. Yeah, titanium. Wow, it's titanium. And it's a big one. It's 46.9 mils and 16 mils thick. So it's a bigger watch than mine. So I guess he's a fan of the big watches. For a sport watch, I mean, you can go that way. And hopefully he has a big wrist. But yeah, that is a beast. That is an absolute beast.
Spring drive.
That's an absolute beast. Show the picture again that he sent us. Wow. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Where did you get it? Where did you get it? Now, is the GS and spring drive, is that in gold? Because I can't really tell in this photo. And sometimes when you take photos of these, the colors don't look exactly right. Is the GS and the Grand Seiko portion in gold like it is on my 231? Because if it is, that would be absolutely cool too. Let's see here. Carlos says, if you play What Happened to Me Last Night, they will learn what can happen in Zello. Yes. Maybe the time is coming soon for me to get a nice 16234 Datejust and hold on to it and wear it. They'll just hold it, wear it. Have that HODL bag and bag for selling. That means you can time the market successfully, and very few people can do that. But maybe you can get away with it. Zello, Zello. You'd think they could find a more original name. It sounds like Zillow to my old ears. Well, I think the idea was they're going off of hello and just put a Z in front of it instead of an H, so Zello, right? I think that was their idea, and they got the .com name. See, the problem is .com names are hard to get, right? So they had to try to be creative. So I think it's halfway creative. I think it's halfway creative. That looks good on wrist. Craig, do you think a guy could buy a 36 millimeter Datejust and be set for life with Rolex? It depends on how long they will support the watch. I'm guessing they will. Let's say you're young right now. Let's say you're 25 years old and you're betting that they're going to be able to service it in 30 or 40 years. Because in 30 or 40 years, it's going to need to be serviced. It ain't going to need to be serviced in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. It's probably going to need to be serviced in like 30, maybe 40 years. I think they'll service it then. I think you'd be good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could probably wear that watch your whole life and maybe get away with 1 or 2 services and you'd be good. Personally, I would get a Grand Seiko instead because I think there are better options with Grand Seiko, but that's just me. Watches are beautiful, but the spring drive movement has the smoothest sweeping movement. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where I would go. I would go with the spring drive because now Grand Seiko has a few models that are like under 12 millimeters thick. So they've licked it as far as they have a few models that are thin enough to be worn as an all-arounder like a Datejust could be. I think a Datejust is a little under 12 mils also, just a little under 12 millimeters. Maybe you can let me know in the chat how thick is the current Datejust. But now, finally, Grand Seiko has some spring drive models that compete with that on thickness. And of course, the 002 is only 10 mils thick, but that's a manual wind, right? But that's a manual wind. So you can't really compare that to a Datejust because first of all, it's a lot more money. And second of all, it's manual wind. Of course, they have that same watch I just showed you in steel. So if you want that, you could get that and just wind it every few days. Take advantage of the volatility to double your bags. There you go. Again, though, that's risky. If you're trying to time the market and get in and out and end up with more Bitcoin, a lot of people end up with less Bitcoin trying to do that because they miss the big pumps. And so sometimes they get screwed. And also remember, it's a taxable event. Every time you sell that Bitcoin, it's
Goes
a
to the strong
taxable,
hands.
it's a taxable event. Will you be more likely to chat on Zello, Bree? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she chats on Zello. Absolutely. That's the point of it. I'm starting a new computer called Costs. Okay.
Costco.
Craig, if you're trying to attract promiscuous and vain women that are only interested in looks and status, would you be better off with a nice Zaratsu GS stunner or any old Rolex? I think if you dress nicely and you were wearing the 002, the 002, yeah, I think that would be fine because they can sense real gold. They can, they're gold diggers after all. That's what they call them, gold diggers. Okay. They call them that for a reason. They can sense real gold. They just have a sixth sense about that. So any solid gold watch would definitely trump any steel watch. So that's how that works. Now, if you have a solid gold Rolex, there you go. You're good to go. A date. You're good to go. Solid 18 karat yellow gold. I wore one for 40 years. I should know. I'm starting a new company. Okay, there we go. Got that. The similar. Okay, we got to get through this because we got to wrap it up. What's the app called?
Zello.
Zello. Zello. The upside to Patek Philippe is they will always service their watches, even if they have to fabricate parts for them. Yes, for a cost. For a cost. The GS logo is in gold. Script underneath is silver. A beautiful piece. I have an almost 8-inch wrist. So I grabbed it. Wow, that thing looks, no wonder it looks good on his wrist. Okay, let's show it again. I love it. I love it. And Lamont says, word. Zoom back out a little bit so we can see a little more of the wrist, of the fit on the wrist. Yeah, I like it. It works.
It's kind of tight on him.
It works, and it wraps around the wrist. But I mean, it's got. I mean, you know, if you want presence, you've got presence there. You've got presence. But see, the titanium.
Is it above his bone or is it on his bone?
It's down on his bone, but I'm sure he can wear it both ways. But it you know, because it's titanium, it's going to be a lot more comfortable than a watch that would be that size in stainless steel. It's going to be a lot more comfortable. So that's the advantage of the that's one of the many advantages of the titanium. So that watch there poops all over any Rolex sport watch. It poops all over them. The bigger Rolex sport watches, the big diver like the Cameron, you know, the big one, it poops all over that.
Brezzo World.
Let's see here. 39 millimeter Snowflake. That's 12 millimeters thick with a micro adjustment in the class would be the ultimate watch for me. Yeah, they should do something like that. Almost great to see you again. Okay, we got to get out of here. Craig, where did you hear about Zello? Oh, a guy that does a lot of videos on GMRS radios. GMRS radios. His YouTube channel is not a Rubicon. He talked about it, and they utilize it. They have a repeater for GMRS radios in Southern California that they tie into Zello that you can actually listen to on Zello. It's pretty cool. So you can listen in on their conversations, and you can actually participate if you have a GMRS license, which I don't have yet, but I'm planning on getting one. It's just, you just pay the fee and get it. There's no test. But GMRS radios are pretty cool too. I'm going to end up getting a 50 watt, GMRS radio for my vehicle. And just for when, if you know what hits the fan, we'll have communications. Let's see. Told my girlfriend it was a Seiko Turtle. She was impressed with how nice a $300 watch could look. Good move. Let's see. Yeah, never tell the girlfriend how much you spent on a watch because she might not appreciate that. Craig, we can't end yet. Very nice. What are they doing here? They're extending this. They're trying to extend this, Bree. Looks very nice on his wrist. Craig, what do you think of the Four Seasons Collection GS models? I think I've seen some of them. We would have to talk about a specific model. I think they came in spring drive and automatic or something. They were, yeah. But anyway, we would have to talk about a specific model. I don't like to make blanket statements about like maybe 4 different watches or something. All that. I'd rather talk about a specific model. Ask the question in the beginning of the show because we ain't talking about it now. We don't have time. I do love the GS White Birch. Okay, Craig, if someone asked you genuinely what is a better watch, the Snowflake or a 39 millimeter Explorer, all things equal in price, not a factor, what would you say? Okay. The issue I have with the Snowflake is, for me, it was a little bit too big on the wrist. It's 41 mils. It was a little bit too big to use as an all-arounder and too thick. I think it's 12.6 mils thick. So for me, because my forearms are a little bit bigger than normal, and so my shirts are all pretty tight. The shirt cuffs are pretty tight. I don't have them custom made. You know, don't tell me, hey, you should have all your shirts custom made. No, I've got tons of shirts. They're not custom made, but they don't have a lot of slack for the watch to go underneath the cuff. Okay. So that's why I like the 002 Stunner, because it's only 10 mils thick. Okay. So getting back to the comparison you're talking about, this is why I sold the Snowflake, because for me, I don't have enough slack around the cuffs for the Snowflake to slip under. And plus a 41 mil watch, I have 7.25 inch wrist, to me was a little bit big for an all-arounder. Okay. And I see that watch as an all-arounder. So to answer your question, I would probably go with the 39 millimeter Explorer because it's thinner. As far as I know, it's under 12 mils thick. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's under 12 mils thick. I hope it is. If the new one's thicker, then the deal would be off. But let's say it's under 12 mils thick and it's a 39 mil watch. To me, that would be a much better watch for an all-arounder. So I would go with the Explorer. Now, having said that, I've been so spoiled by the accuracy of the spring drives on both my Grand Seiko watches that I cannot personally go back to Rolex. I just can't. It would drive me crazy to not have the accuracy anymore. I literally do not have to confirm that this watch is accurate month to month or week to week or whatever. I just know it's pretty much spot on. I don't even check it anymore. All right. And that was not true with the Rolex. The Rolex, I would have to periodically adjust it. So I'm spoiled. I'm absolutely spoiled. Craig, have you seen the new Spring Drive White Birch? All right, pull that up. This is the last thing we're going to do. I'm starting a new company called Facebook. I find the 39 millimeter Explorer too big for the type of watch it is. 36 is my, yeah, I mean, he didn't give me that choice, but yeah, if I had the choice of the 36 over the 39, I would absolutely go with the 36. We are having low creativity scenarios to consider today. Okay. Create, I think that's what it is. Okay. Craig, whitey tighties, boxers, or boxer briefs, or man thong. I prefer briefs myself. Yeah, brief, a comfortable, good, high quality pair of briefs. Yes. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Pull it up. Is that a high beat? Okay. No, I would not go with high beat. Which is the white birch?
Is that it?
In
Beauty of
5
White
of you,
Birch.
okay, so that's it. And does it say that it's a what is the movement?
Hmm.
Oh, it looks like it's a yeah, it's a high beat, right?
Automatic with manual.
Automatic with manual winding. So it's an automatic wind though, but you can wind it manually. Yeah, it's a I think it's a high beat. So plus 5 to -3 seconds per day. Yeah, so it's a freaking high beat. Go back, show the dial of it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go with that. No, I would get something with a spring drive.
Yeah.
No. I want the accuracy of the spring drive and the durability of the spring drive. I would pass on the high beat personally. All right. High beat. It's a new movement. Yeah, I would pass on any high beat. All right, let's wrap it up. Wrap the puppy up. There's a spring drive for you. That ain't no high beat. That ain't no high beat. It looks too dark though, but it is what it is.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hey, Zello, Zelllo, Zelllo. We are wrapping up the broadcast. I just broadcast that on the Watches channel on Zello, Zelllo. The reality is that Rolex mechanical movements are better than GS, simply more reliable and slim. Spring drive. Yeah, exactly. I would not go with the high beat movements. Personally, I would skip those and go right to the spring drive. And hold on, Craig. We can't wait. Oh boy. All right, everybody. Hey, carry on. We've solved all the world's problems. We've solved them. Carry on, folks. Hey, BriFitDance, BriFitDance.com for Brianna. Let's show your website. One last thing here.
My Amazon wish list.
And she's got an Amazon wish list on there. And it's BriFitDance.com. BriFitDance. Hey, send her a little gift. She's got her wish list on there now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Yes. Thank you. And